let's get to another interesting function, which is assignable section of the soundboard. We're just basically clicking View, and we can assign. We have, for example, in this case, we have assigned effect processors. So, for example, first one, we're selecting the line of which we're going to be working with. So set A is set A. And then we can select it and edit it and change the encoder names and change which parameter of the effect processor or whatever we're going to select, which one we'll be editing over here. It could be assigned effects parameters, it could be assigned dynamics, sense, panorama, or any remote function or MIDI. So far is by default. By default, we have assigned effect processors on the set A. And the good thing, like for example, FX3 has a delay, and we can change delay time by turning this knob, or we can basically top tempo with this knob and select whatever speed of delay we want to change. Here we have on the effects 4, I believe it's something like chorus or flanger, which we can change here as well. Next settings will be dynamic controls, basically pre-assigned over here, as we can see, and we can change dynamic control ratios as well. So pretty much really whatever you're using most of the time could be accessed. You can reassign everything and could access really easy. Another good thing, we have a talkback section which we can access from here. And talkback section allows us to use the microphone. So for example, here if I push and hold it, so far the built-in microphone can send the signal or my speech so far to the desired buses, which are not activated as of right now, but I can send it to 16 mix sends. So basically it's the buses, so whatever you're using, monitors or whatever, so I can select separately or whatever I wish in this case. And another thing, in addition to this microphone, it has that additional input, which allows me to plug in another microphone if I don't like the inboard microphone. So, but just talk A, it use this microphone. Talk B would use another microphone in this case. So, and another, say what we left here with, we have here monitor control, which has separate XLR outputs as well as the 1/4-inch outputs, and we can basically, just as usually sound engineers use the mono button, which allows me to pretty much control if there is a phasing problem, so I just split it and have the mono output for my monitors, or I can go -20 decibels, and actually dim, as usual on the boards, goes -20, and here's made by default. Here you can change it and preset not only -20, you can make -30 down to -40 decibels, or you can go to 0, it's not going to change anything. So dim control, you can go from here, or you can go from here. So another interesting thing that actually you still have controls for delay for the alignment of the speakers, and as well as the solo controls for each board. So for example, solo could be changed if it's going to follow the selection, or it's going to change, go solo for after fader, before fader, mix bus solo, DCA solo, whatever you can assign. And as well, you can assign the monitoring level. So basically, the options for solos is pretty good. So if I'm selecting the solo over here on one channel or another, and I switch it to another subgroup, I don't see what's going on, but I don't want to get to this channel. I'd basically go clear solo, and these functions are deselected automatically. So I would be able to access immediately to any channel without switching through the groups of faders. And one more thing, that's the monitors. A monitor for headphone output, which is absolutely kind of, at some point it's funny, sometimes it's cute, sometimes it's ridiculous. We have two handles. And that's where they put the, in handles, they put the headphone outputs, which could be really nice and unobtrusive, but the problem is that usually on the headphones you're using a little adapter from 1/8 of an inch to the 1/4 inch, and if it's not with the screw-on adapter, that will definitely stay in here. So, and if you have too thick of the fingers, it will be pretty hard to pull it out. So you will be using that at your own risk. But concerning the connectors are really good quality. They're metal, so they're holding it pretty good. So if you decide to do it, it's up to you. Let's stop it.